Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Raw Politics. Kenya, as of today, has 90 fully registered political parties. Out of these 90 fully registered political parties, 22 of them are considered parliamentary parties. That means they have representation in parliament, either in National Assembly or in the Senate. 22 out of 90. Okay? That is less than a quarter of the fully registered parties have parliamentary representation. The rest, ladies and gentlemen, you can consider briefcase political parties. The question we need to answer in this video is, does Kenya have real political parties, or are we confusing regional bargaining tools and personality cults with what is ideally a political party? If that is a subject you are interested in, stay tuned, and if you are watching for the first time, take a moment, subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss subsequent videos. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Registrar of Political Parties, 90 political parties are fully registered. Now we have more than 90 that are under probation. For a political party to be fully registered, there are steps. Even though these steps, sometimes they are not followed when the registrar feels the need to be politically correct. As you saw during the formation of Azimio, the powers that be then, led by President Uhuru Kenyatta, wanted to have as many regional parties as possible to bring them together under one umbrella and look like it was uniting. It was a unity of the entire nation. So Matiang'i ended up with a party. Anybody who needed a party, Eugene ended up with a party, and these ones didn't follow the real procedure of registering a political party. Some political parties have been under probation for the last 5 years or 10 years. But these ones were registered very fast and were qualified, etc., because of political correctness. But I digress. According to the Registrar of Political Parties, Kenyans are applying to register political parties almost daily. So, why? Are 90 not enough? Or are the 22 that are already in parliament not enough? Or are we saying that the major political parties, that is ODM and UDA, are not enough? The answer is, how Kenyans see political parties is not what the Constitution envisages. The Constitution believes a political party is what brings people together under a specific cause. Okay? These people are supposed to share certain beliefs, certain policies. In other democracies, a political party would stand for something. Meaning, if it is a conservative party, it would be saying, we don't want this tax, we don't want this particular thing, we don't agree with this thing. So it will not be about a person, it will be about an ideology. There is something that is bringing you together under that party. That means if the leadership, the current leadership of that party were to disappear, the party continues. Why? Because the ideology still continues. It exists. If you don't like overtaxation, you don't like overtaxation, whether A is the leader or B is the leader. And that is what you see in modern, in advanced democracies like the UK. A political party is so stable that it doesn't matter who is the leader of that party. Okay? The party exists. Do you think that if Trump was no longer Republican, the Republican Party will die? No. Ronald Reagan, was very popular Republican and is no more, yet the party still stands. The likes of Bill Clinton were very influential Democrats. They are no longer in the leadership of that party, but the party still stands. Why? Because it is based on ideology. It is based on certain things, certain values. We don't believe in this. We don't want this. We want this. We are aligned to these particular values. In Kenya, that is what the Constitution envisages. The Constitution expects Kenyans to form political parties based on shared ideology. That is not how political parties are formed in Kenya. In Kenya, it is who is the leader. The leader of the party is the uniting factor in Kenya, not the ideology. That is why they qualify in most cases as personality cults. The leader of that particular party determines its membership. So there is somebody who, even though they may agree with what ODM stands for, as long as Raila Odinga is the leader of that party, they will never join it. There is somebody who, even though they believe in the manifesto of UDA 100%, as long as William Ruto is the leader of that political party, they will never join that party. Because in Kenya, political parties are personality cults. Let me explain. If Raila Odinga was today to leave ODM and join Jubilee Party, how popular will ODM be tomorrow morning? If today, just as an example, Raila Odinga made an announcement, after consulting myself, I hereby join Jubilee Party. Do you know what will be the most popular party in Luo Nyanza by tomorrow morning? Jubilee Party. Not because they believe in the manifesto of Jubilee or they even understand what it is. No. It will be purely because of Raila Odinga. So in Kenya, people don't follow ideologies when they are joining a political party. People don't consider ideologies when they are forming a political party. When you are forming this political party, what drives you is the ability to use it as a bargaining tool. So that when you form ODM and you lead that ODM, it becomes your bargaining tool, something you can go to the bargaining table and say, as ODM, I'm bringing you this. Not that we stand for this. No, no, no. That is not how political parties operate in Kenya. It is a sad situation, but that is the reality, ladies and gentlemen. And this is raw politics. So we just discuss what the reality on the ground is, not what the ideal situation should be. Because according to the Constitution, what should be bringing people together, ladies and gentlemen, is shared ideology. You must be having something in common, what you believe in common. In Kenya, what that particular shared ideology equates to is the party leader. So if you all love a particular person, then the party he belongs to is your political party. I've just used Raila Odinga as an example, but I can still today give you an example with Wetangula. Wetangula is the leader of Ford Kenya for a very long time. If Wetangula was to leave Ford Kenya and form another political party, the people who believe in Wetangula will join that party the following day. They will not even care whether they were life members of the party Wetangula was in, that is Ford Kenya. They will join the new party. And that is how politics of Kenya is. Is it something commendable? Is it sustainable? In my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, that is our biggest challenge. Our understanding of democracy is so twisted that we believe that forming political parties is something we are supposed to do daily. Today, there is a very raging debate. Mount Kenya has openly complained that they did a mistake by going into the 2022 election without their party. Did you get that? Without their party. Meaning, even though the Constitution says that you can never form a party for a region, they believe that Mount Kenya as a region needs a political party they call their own. In fact, Moses Kuria was suggesting that now as a region, they should join Jubilee Party. Remember Jubilee? How was it formed? By merging URP and TNA to form a national party. Yet today, Jubilee is being seen as a Kikuyu party. Why? Because the leadership of that party is from the Mount. The leadership of the party is from Mount Kenya. So it is being seen as a Kikuyu party. People consider the parties, people consider these parties based on where does the leader of the party come from. So if Wetangula leads Ford Kenya, then Ford Kenya is seen as a loyal party. The fact that Ruto is leading UDA, UDA is being seen as a Kalenjin party. Okay? The fact that Raila is leading ODM, ODM is being seen as a Luo party. And people who are not Luos feel like this is not their party. They need their own party. That's why you will go to Coast and you will find the likes of Kingi forming PA, okay? So that we have our party from the Coast. If you go to Northeastern, you will find UDM. That is our party from the Northeastern. So every region is trying to have their political parties. Why? Because they are persuaded that one role of a political party is to use it as a bargaining tool, a regional bargaining tool. Meaning, if we are going into an election, this region will bring their party, because none of these parties can win election on their own, so they will still form a coalition. And that is why people need a party from their region, so that when they come on the table of formation of this coalition, they can bargain better. They can be like, okay, you see, my party represents Mount Kenya. Rigathi is about to launch a party in January next year. The reason as to why they would not be in UDA is because they feel UDA does not represent Mount Kenya. The reason as to why they might not join Jubilee is because they feel Jubilee, being led by Uhuru Kenyatta, might take them back to Ruto. So for them, the party is not about ideologies or what the party stands for or etc. It is about who is leading that party. If you like Rigathi and is the party leader of a particular party, then that is your political party. When he's done with that party and he moves to another one, that is where you move to. For instance, people who have been following Raila have moved from one party to the other, wherever Raila goes. If Raila today joined UDA, then ODM will die tomorrow, and it will be all Luos and majority of Raila supporters will be bona fide members of UDA. They will support UDA with everything they have. That is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a good situation? In my opinion, this is where our problem as a country begins. Because until our political parties become based on ideology, until what unites us in a political party becomes ideological, okay? Until we are united in a political party based on shared beliefs and not an individual, we will never have a strong democracy. And by the way, that is what will lead to endless coalitions, because nowadays it is just a coalition of tribes, and every tribe has their own party, and every tribe has their own tribal chieftain. So the tribal chieftain comes with his party, by the way, and his people to the table. You have a coalition purely based on tribal arithmetics. And that coalition, if it is bigger and it has more supporters than the other one, that is what forms government. And then now it is very difficult to hold someone accountable, because the parties, first of all, are not being held accountable based on what they believed in. Nobody knows what they believed in. In fact, William Ruto tried his level best to ensure that UDA had a very detailed manifesto. It was so detailed that the only criticism Ruto got from that was that it was too detailed for a manifesto. He tried his level best to say, this is what UDA stands for. This is what we believe in as a party. We are a national party. But that is not the case, because the Kikuyus who are forming a major part of it didn't see it as, didn't join the party because of shared beliefs. They joined because they were opposed to Raila and they were supporting Ruto then. Now that they no longer support Ruto, they don't see why they should be in UDA. They should form their own party, which they will use to bargain in 2027. Anytime you struggle to make a political party go national, it becomes difficult because other regions, even if they shared your beliefs, will reject that party purely based on who is leading it. ODM can have wonderful uh, beliefs, social democracy, and other things. There is somebody who believes in that, but because Raila is leading ODM and parties are all about the leader in Kenya, that person won't join. UDA is a party of workers, by the way. It's about helping that worker to create wealth. Somebody also believes in that. But because Ruto is leading that party, he will never join that party. So until we reach a level, ladies and gentlemen, where our political parties are all about ideologies, we will fumble. We will not grow in terms of democracy. In fact, we will continue with coalitions and we will continue with handshakes after every election. Because as of now, the political parties, so-called, are just regional bargaining tools or personality cards. If you found this video useful, drop a comment. Don't forget to like the video. Allow me to thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Otherwise, let us meet in the next one.